Hey guys, so basically I just wanted to do another get ready with me new makeup video. I've been picking up quite a bit of different types of makeup this past month, and I hadn't done a get ready with me all month. I've had other things come up, so I figured it'd be really cool to do another video like this in this kind of series, if you will. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I am just going to do the kind of shop my stash version that I did previously, and if I can remember, I will attempt to link down below the previous video in this kind of series. So I'm going to turn my camera around and we're going to look into what I have in my actual section over here, which is my top kind of new makeup drawer. And then I also do have quite a bit of the makeup that I'm actually going to be highlighting in this video still in the packages because I have not hauled them yet. And I do like to keep my makeup separate so I can remember to haul specific products for you all so that you know what is literally in my collection. So let me switch my camera around and then we'll get into it. Alrighty, so we're here. Don't mind the nail polish. Honestly, I just have not been bothered to reapply my nail polish lately. So easily what I am gonna do is go ahead and pick up these two e.l.f. products. These have been in here since December. They need to get at least tested out. So these two are definitely going to be used. The next thing that has kind of been sitting here just waiting for her chance to shine is the Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows that I picked up. Let me see if I can open it. These are the shadows that I picked up. So I do want to go ahead and play with those today. Let's see what else is in here. Do I want to open up a new mascara? I guess I could. Let's try this one. This is the Cali Ray mascara. Then we have some new brow products. To me, I've not tried either of these brow products. So KVD is actually currently, when I'm recording this, doing like a 30% off sale. So let's go ahead and do this in the event that you like how this applies and you wanted to pick up some other stuff. This may be beneficial for you all. And then lip product wise, I genuinely don't know. I have three that I truly enjoy, but I think let's go with the, wow, you can't even see anything. I'm going to go with the Huda Beauty just because it gives me a nice amount of pigment, but it also gives me a really pretty shine. And I think I'll like that for what I may potentially be doing with my eye look. So that's all I'm going to get out of this actual drawer. So over here is my haul box that I'm preparing to kind of haul all these items in the next couple of days because I am at the end of the month pretty much right now. And there are a couple of products that I definitely want to try with you all. One is right here. This is the Danessa Myricks. Where is the front? The Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. So I am going to try this today. And then I also am really excited to try, where is she? Here she is. To try the new concealer that I picked up, which is the KVD Good Apple Concealer. And I think that's all the kind of new. Hey guys, so I've already shown you guys kind of shopping my stash, getting the products, and now it is time to actually put the products on. There are some categories, as you guys saw, that I just don't have anything, and I will just use Project Pan items to fill in the gaps. I also do just want to preface while I'm prepping my skin, I did already do my skincare, and in attempting to be a halfway decent YouTuber, I did record me putting on my skincare because previously people have asked what my skincare routine is. Well, in doing that, I forgot to put on my moisturizer, which is slightly important. This is why I don't do things. So I don't know how that's going to ultimately affect the longevity of this foundation and maybe even the application, but I did just want to preface all of that by saying that. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that at least I was extremely honest. I completely forgot moisturizer, and it was actually quite funny because I did not realize it until I had already put my sunscreen on, and at that point the moisturizer is going to do absolutely nothing. So yeah, that's fun. I also do want to say, because I am trying new products right now, literally I am actually trying a new perfume. As you guys know, I am a lover of perfumes lately, and I really enjoy getting sampler sets. So I picked up a whole bunch of like samples of a very niche indie brand, and the one that I'm trying right now is Pache Yuzu. It's really refreshing for spring and stuff, so I'm really enjoying it so far. It is the one out of all of the fragrances that I did pick up that's like perfect for this season, so hopefully I enjoy it and I pick up a full size. I do truly enjoy supporting small brands even in my perfume interest. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation. Like I said, I got this in 21M. I don't know if this is really going to work. I might have a little bit too much golden in my skin already for this to truly work, but we will see. I think I'm going to try this with a brush, and I'm going to try with a very small amount of product. I'm not going to put too much at all, and I don't want to put it on the back of my hand either. So let's get that. We're going to start off with that small dot based on my oh yeah, it's too dark. Great. Okay. And I say there is like a slight scent. Doesn't smell bad. It kind of just smells like an ingredient scent, maybe like an oil or something, but it definitely does have a scent. Okay, you know what, maybe that isn't terrible. It doesn't really match my chest, and that's going to be fun to deal with because I'm pretty sure my concealer is not going to help in that matter, because I think I got too dark of concealer for what I'm used to, but we will work with it. So pretty much that small dot, I think I got around pretty much my full half of my face. I will say for me, I would like a little bit more coverage in my forehead. I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation up there, and I do tend to add quite a bit of coverage up in that area. On my cheek and lower, I don't really care. There's never really all that much coverage needed down here. So overall, I think that little dot did a lot. And I mean, if that's all you need, you really can get a nice nice long amount of use out of this product, especially if it's something that works for you. You like the finish, you like the, you know, the coverage, all of that. And I also like that you can customize it, right? So you can make it perfect for you. Oh gosh, that's probably way too much. You can make it, you know, the right amount of coverage for you. You can build this up, you can shear it out. I really like that. Obviously you can do that with quite a few products, regardless of if the product is like says that it can do that, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes it doesn't matter how small amount of product you pick up, the product is just automatically going to be super high coverage. Now, I did not say I injured myself at the gym earlier this week. So if you see this random patch of no skin, which I can see highlighted from this particular product, just know that's the situation. I like dropped a bar on my face, and it kind of, I guess, ultimately rolled off some product or some skin off my forehead. Fun. I'm just going to see if I can build up to the amount of coverage that I want up here to hide some of that hyperpigmentation that I was talking about. And I did. That was pretty easy. Quite easy, actually. I'm liking it. It looks really nice. Like I said, it's definitely dark. So I would need to go even lighter, which I'm truly surprised, and like, I'm not mad at all. I'm just surprised because I'm pretty sure, at least in the photos, the person that was modeling it truly looked like she was my complexion. But I guess the one good thing is that this is pretty much going to be a nice, once again, good summer shade. Clearly, I've been out the game when it comes to buying foundations because I've been doing a terrible job. The last two foundations that I've chosen have not been the right shade. Both this and the the foundation stick that I did in my last Get Ready With Me. So yeah, really liking the coverage. I think that you're able to get the light amount of coverage maybe down here in the cheeks like I did, and then I was able to build it up. Now, is it full? No, but I didn't want full. I wanted more medium, and this is pretty much what I'm used to. I'm used to it covering up slightly and like evening out that area, but not overpowering. And like I said, this is the part where I have no skin, so I probably shouldn't be putting products over it, but I live my life recklessly sometimes, and this is just proof of some of that recklessness. Okay, now it's time for the concealer. Let's see how bad this goes. I don't even know. So this is the concealer. It might actually work for how deep this foundation is. This is the KVD in Deep 183. This is a full coverage concealer, and as I said in my must-have Muscag, I picked this up because I have found that some of my foundations that I've been using to project panning, like get my use out of, I've been finding there are a lot of coverage, and the concealer doesn't necessarily gel sometimes with it. And so I wanted to have at least one full coverage concealer that works for me all times of the year, and this is not the shade that I usually reach for, but we're going to start off with just a small dot in the inner corner. So yeah, this looks like it would be equivalent of like actually what I would wear in the summer, like my actual foundation shade. This looks like it's going to blend in with the Danessa Myricks. There is a slight scent here too. I'll investigate a little bit more after I apply the or blend this out. And yeah, you're not going to get much brightening, which for some people is perfect for every day. They don't want that brightening. I do tend to really like at least some brightening. Something. That is definitely some coverage though. That definitely evened that out in a really nice way. I actually really like what that looks like. Yeah, I actually really like that combination. I think is nice. It's just too dark. I didn't put on that much. You guys saw how little I put on just because I don't like you know, too much coverage. It's just not how your girl rolls. I am just gonna go ahead, like I said, this does look like it's gonna blend in quite well with this Danessa Myricks, and since this is a smaller amount, we'll just keep probably irritating that exposed skin. Let's have some fun. And I'm just going to dab on, yeah, that's definitely some high coverage, because that pretty much completely gets rid of the slight exposure that I could still see from that hyperpigmentation. So I don't think this is a bad shade for me, but I think I will only be able to get use out of this in the summer when I want to kind of maybe just touch up, or even to use that as an actual full-on foundation. But okay, we're not in the summer, and I do like I said, a little bit of lightening. So I am just going to go ahead and put my project, well, it's not even project pan, but the concealer that I've been using lately, which is the Almond Butter 12 from Fenty, because I just feel like it's super one note right now, and that's not a bad thing, just not something that I truly enjoy. But just from the little amount that I applied here, I would be open and willing to pick up another shade that actually is the type of shade that I would get a lot more use out of in the future. I don't think I need to do that right now, because I can just apply that Fenty one on top and still have the coverage, but also lighten it up. And you see, to me, I don't know if you guys can see, but it just feels lighter. It's not overly lighter. I don't need a huge gross amount. I mean, it would be nice to match your girl's chest, but that's a conversation for another day. Okay, so I have no powder, but I do have a cream bronzer. So what I'm gonna do, I just really, well, you know, if this If this creases, then we'll see. So I do have, like I said, a cream bronzer. I do like to put my cream bronzers on before I do my powder. So let's go ahead and investigate this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Sun Kissed. So this was on my list last year of products that I wish I had picked up. So I picked it up pretty much at the end of the year. There was something going on, some significant reason. I truly don't remember. Either way, I picked her up, and let's apply this. I'm gonna apply this with a brush, and this is the Sephora Pro brush in 57, and I'm gonna start off just getting a good amount of product on those bristles. Nice amount of product, and we're gonna spill right there. I don't want to do too much bronzing today. Like I said, I'm already deeper than my chest, and I do anticipate leaving. I have just a handful of errands that I need to do today. So I don't want to look too crazy. And I'm not changing my shirt to cover up the darkness of this foundation. So we'll see. Plus, I would love to see how long, longevity-wise, this lasts on my skin, even without moisturizer. Because your girl is smart. Anyways, I think this is a nice bronzer. Not overly pigmented, which can be nice for people who don't like a lot of pigmentation. I also think it's easily blendable. I mean, you pretty much saw it straight up blend as soon as I applied it on my nose, and it pretty much melted into my cheeks. I don't think, maybe on this side, which probably is my fault, you don't really see, you know, the stark placement of the actual product. So I think overall so far I'm liking all of my products. Maybe the shades may be off a little, but you know, it's me. There is bound to be a mix-up with a get ready with me with new products. So now what I'm gonna do is just fast forward really quickly through applying some of my Project Pan products to get to the next step. Okay, so you know, life may give me lemons, but I somehow finesse around them. I feel as though this is now not looking as terrible as it once did, with just the way that I applied my powders. So that's nice. That's nice. You know what? I'm not spending no extra money. I don't need another shade of either of these products. I think they both look good now. Final product in this product placement, and for the summer, if I want to use either products and keep the depth, then I will use a different powder, one that may not lighten up the product on my skin. I am using natural light only. I mean, I do have a light on behind me, but natural lighting is on my face, so just to kind of give you guys that. So now it is time for a cream blush, and based on the formula that I've had for that cream bronzer, I'm actually really excited because it kind of felt like that cream bronzer had already dried down by the time I was actually putting on my Project Pan powder bronzer, which is really, really exciting. Very few cream products I find will dry down quickly, but also the way that I like. So this is in the shade Carribean. It's a really, really bright shade. I am going to use a fluffy brush. I do tend to use this specific brush for like this type of thing for either cream blush, or actually I will use this to apply foundation too. And this is a collaboration, so it's no longer available, but it's from a brand called Peach and Pearl. I would not recommend. I did not have the best customer service and experience with the brand, but you know, in the event that you care or want. Okay, so my camera died in the middle of my application. I think this is applying really pretty. The one thing I can't tell is if there is a slight picking up of product on both of these spots. So what I'm gonna do is actually just go ahead and reapply a little bit more and see if it's me, my application, or if it's literally the product. So it's just like in this area where I had originally applied it, I'm pretty sure, and then I like slowly, you know, did my thing to kind of blend her out. And I don't know if it was like my carelessness on how I was blending it out, because I decided halfway through that I wanted to do kind of a blush draping type situation. But I think it might have been me. I don't think it was the product. Either way, I think this is a beautiful shade, really pretty shade, and it looks like it brings more hydrated look to my skin. Now whether I keep this as pigmented as I've just built it up, I mean, we'll see. I can always just tap down with my powder brush, which clearly I'm doing now, so you know, gotta love that. But I like it. I like this shade. I like that product. So far I'm liking pretty much everything. I am just going to throw on my highlighter just to kind of finish up my cheeks. Alrighty, now it's time for just a little bit of setting spray to get all of this to seep into my skin. Okay. Now, brows time. So I'm going to zoom in as much as I can. Okay, and we're going to apply my brow products. So I've been enjoying actually putting on my powder from the pencil or whatever first and then going in with the gel. I've been enjoying that combination lately, so I am going to go ahead and continue with that. And like I said, I'm using the KVD Signature Brow in Graphite. I believe this is like a brown black or a soft black, something to that effect, color. There is, okay, so this is a unique shape for me. It's kind of an oval. I'm not used to that type of shape, and hopefully I can stay in frame. Let me see if I can find a really small mirror or something so that I don't get too close to my other mirror. I think there is a slight learning curve. It didn't take me long, but it definitely took me some time to figure out how to actually put this on my brows. This is definitely not as this is less waxy and more creamy than I would say the ABH brow pencil is. I find that I have to put more pressure on that product to get the actual application, whereas this one, it's not necessarily me having to put pressure on the product. It's more so me having to be used to kind of drawing my brows out with an oval shape. That's just not a shape I've ever had to get used to. And at least for me, just really quickly trying to figure out how to use this product like in the moment, if I put the oval on its side where it's the widest, and that's how I kind of draw out the shape that I want my brows to be, and also fill in, you know, the whole tail and everything just with the oval and that kind of placement in my hand. Then what I'll do is at the tip, I'll put it so that the width is, it's the longest shape that it is, and the width is the shortest part. And then I'll just go up and down. And yeah, so really quickly, that seems nice. The spoolie seems sturdy. I know a lot of people have issues with like the ABH spoolie like breaking off or something to that effect. I've never had those issues, but this spoolie seems really sturdy and also compact. I feel like the ABH spoolie is wider, longer, and so the actual spools aren't as close together or whatever. And so maybe this would be better for people who have coarser hair, because then you can really get through that product, because the spoolie is so tough, like, but not in a bad way, at least for me. I have gotten into the habit of actually throwing away one half of the thing, so I know which side is the spoolie and which side is the pencil. But overall, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. We'll see how well it does and how long it takes me to actually go through that product. Who knows? I don't think I'm going to run to their website to pick anything up. One, because I've been spending a lot of money lately and I need to really chill out. But also, I do have the one brow product that I'm in the middle of project panning, and I have this one and another one. So I don't necessarily think I need to spend that money right now, but in the future, I mean, who knows, I may overall enjoy that product more than the ABH, and this one might be slower going to get through, so it just might be more cost effective to pick that one up than the ABH. So overall, so far, like I said, I'm really enjoying my products. I do want to go ahead and do lips, and actually, you know what, I'm gonna get a different lip liner. It's not a new lip liner, but no, let's just stick with what we have. Okay, so Project Pan lip liner. This is the Bite lip liner in, I think it's 044, and I've been saying 004 this whole time, but you know, it's me, so comes with the territory. I don't even think they have the shade anymore, let alone the formula. I know they don't have, because that's why I picked it up. It was so cheap, because they were discontinuing, because they wanted to reformulate this line. Okay, so I'm not going to fill in my whole lips this time. I do want the focus of my lip product to really be the lip product that I'm about to show you guys. I don't know if, I think I've worn this once, but I never showed the application. This is the Huda Beauty lip cream in Gold Digger. This is a really pretty shade, perfectly up my alley. It's a nudie brown, but it's nice and light, and I love the undertone, as well as I really enjoy the finish. It may not be like a lip balm, it's definitely a cream lipstick, but I just really enjoy this formulation. I truly think this is the only shade in the formulation that I would actually get a decent amount of use out of, so I'm probably not going to pick up another. But if in the future they extend the range and then there's something else that I think I will get use out of, I most likely will pick it up. It's a really pretty shade. As you can see, it pretty much blends in with my skin tone in a really nice way, and that's why I just did the lip liner on the outside, because I really wanted to just make sure that you could see where my lips start and my face starts, you know, but also see that the lipstick is really pretty and it works for me. So now it's time for the grand finale, if you will. It is time for the eye look, and I am going to use a base that I am used to and know how it applies and all of that jazz. So this is the Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. This is the one in beige, and I'm just going to take the time to apply this on my eyes, and depending on the eye look, I may cut and clean up the underside of my brow a little bit better. I don't know, we'll see. It just depends. I mean, I guess I'm kind of doing it with my finger now, but all right. So primer is applied, and this is the beauty that I'm going to be working with. This is really pretty. As you all know, or maybe you don't know, I don't know, I kind of used the idea of the Give Me Glow Bad Witch palette to kind of create this color scheme from Lethal Cosmetics. So this would have been the palette that I would have got if I picked that one up, but I did not want to. And I think I'm going to try and do something funky and fun and see how it goes. So why is my primer all the way down there? I'm going to go into this bright, like peachy, pinky shade. Let's see. Since these are singles, I can pop it out really quickly to tell you the name. The name is Remnant. remnant. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some on this blending brush. This happens to be from Royal and Land Nickel in their gold, I think it's gold Omnia range. Taking my time and really just blending that in the crease. Really pretty shade, beautiful pigmentation, really nice shade. Okay, and I'm just going to really get this all in that crease area and transition, honestly. So I will not be cleaning up the underside of my brow because I pretty much brought this shade all the way up to my brow, which I'm honestly not mad at. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. So I just put that all in my corner. Now I want to go into this really pretty greeny shade. Let's see if I can pop her out without doing any damage to any other shade. This is Inertia. So that's an interesting name for a shade. And I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, another one from that gold Omnia line. This one is the BOM 45. The first one was the BOM 44. So I'm going to take that, and this is going to go right in that crease area. So definitely getting pigmentation. You definitely don't have to worry about that. But depending on your level of interest with blending, this could be potentially a problem. I don't typically like tap off my brushes. That's just not a natural inclination for me. But for those who may not like to take a lot of time to blend and may prefer to build up, that may have to be something that you do with this particular brand. This is the first time I've tried this brand, in case I did not mention that before. And I previously had already tested out I had picked up a blush from the brand as well, and I really enjoyed that blush. I thought it was a really good formulation. It showed up on my complexion. I really liked it, and it's just taken me some time to get to testing this out, just because, you know, I tend to pick up eyeshadows more frequently, and sometimes I have to prioritize certain eyeshadow formulations and reviews before others. And because this was not a formal palette, this one just kept getting pushed back. Okay, so like I said, definitely extremely pigmented. But I'm not like particularly mad about that by any means. I actually like that. And I'm loving this color combination right now. I think it's fun and could be unique depending on what you have in your collection. I would love to, though, try out this black and see if I can deepen out my outer V to my satisfaction. Even for the day, I do like to use black. Let's see what the name of that black is. The name of the black is Transmutation. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M507, and I'm gonna try and keep this low. I don't really want it to get too high. I just wanted to see what the black could do. Okay, so I think that the black did a decent job of deepening up, but I don't think it's nearly as pigmented as the other two shadows, which in the grand scheme of things is probably for the better, because had they had that same pigmentation level, that could have went really left very quickly. Very similar to, as much as I love it, that Inglot black. It's extremely pigmented and extremely black. Okay, so it can really go south very quickly without you really wanting it to. And so I tend to have to like tap off my brush when I reach into that or whatever. And just knowing that, yeah, this is a black, but it's not going to make or break your looks, is really nice. Alrighty, so those are all the crease colors. I'm liking how the crease is gonna look. So now we're gonna play with a couple of these shimmers. I have this nice, beautiful kind of dark purple, another light purple, and some two blues. I know none of these are the multi-chromes. I distinctly remember not picking up a multi-chrome. I don't remember why. I think I would have if I chose like a palette that I was just kind of creating for myself, but because I was trying to really like stick to that Give Me Glow color scheme, I decided not to add any multi-chrome to the palette. And I don't really know what I want to do in my lid, to be honest. Maybe what I'll do is kind of stick to these two. I feel like this shade is really deepened up so much that it doesn't even look like what it originally did. Not in a bad way, it just doesn't. It looks more blue now that it's mixed with that black. So yeah, okay, let's get some cutting going. All right, hold on. All right, with what little product I still have in my NYX glitter glue, I'm going to attempt to cut my lids. Like I said, I don't have much product. It's getting to the point where it actually hurts to try and push out the product, or I push out way too much in one time and not enough in the next. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like I got enough for one eye. Let's hope I get enough for the second. Okay, and then I'm just going to slightly start to blend out that outer edge as I typically do with my ring finger. And then I'm just going to use one of the brushes to just blend the area that it meets. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush that had the first crease shade, and we're just going to blend that area as well. Okay, so we're gonna go with it for right now. Then what I think I'm going to do, let's go into this dark purple situation. See what it looks like on the eyes. And this is in the shade Revolve. So we're just going to pick up quite a bit, and this is going to go on my lid. And then what I'm going to do is actually pull, we'll just stick with it. We'll go with this light one, the light purple. It's more lavender shimmer, and this one is in the shade Synth. So I'm just going to flip my brush over to the side that doesn't have any product or any anything really, and we're going to apply that there. Okay, and then as always, just take the time to blend in between the two shades that are now seemingly on my lid, so I get a nice pretty blend. Okay, so that's pretty much the look. I think I am gonna do a different waterline. I think I'm gonna go for like a pink or something to lighten this up, because that black got real deep. I didn't think that the whole look would get as deep as it did, but it did. Then I'm gonna put my mascara on, but I will do that on camera with you all. So let me just throw on this eyeliner real quick. Okay, so light pink eyeliner on. Now it is time to try the Carribean Clean Mascara. This is just a sample that I got from an old order that I made through Sephora. I don't know much about it, so I don't know. Let's just try it and see what happens. I'm going to put it on one eye. I'm going to do my normal 2 coats on both the top and the bottom lashes, and we'll see how it goes. Quite the big wand, not overly big, but quite long. But because the wand isn't overly like wide, I can actually get nice and close to my lashes. I find I like more wands like this width, not too big. I find I don't make as many mistakes. Okay, I'm gonna go in for a second coat. Okay, let me zoom in so you guys can, or come in so you guys can see what's going on with my lashes. Okay, can you see? It's definitely emphasized them. My lashes are quite light. I don't know, they're light, I guess, and they don't really appear if I don't put mascara on with makeup, but there's no true like lengthening, I feel, or even I feel like a lot of volume. It just looks like it added color, and I generally don't go past 2 coats. So if a mascara can't give me what I need in that, typically it's just not the mascara for me. I am gonna go ahead and hop off camera, finalize the mascara. I think I need to do another coat of powder. I feel like I went too heavy with that glowy setting spray, and I look like I'm full of glow, so I need to chill out on that. And I'll come back to kind of do a really quick roundup, because I can only imagine how long this video is right now, of all of the new products that I used to create this look. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. Alrighty, like I said, this is the finished look. Like I said, I powdered down quite a little bit more. It just felt super oily, my skin. I'm sure that has something to do with the fact that I have no moisturizer on today, but that's on me, not necessarily the primer or the foundation. So I'm not gonna give this wear time today too much credence. I do want to wear this quite a few more times to really get my opinions. Overall, when it comes to the 2 new base products, although they aren't really the shade that I would particularly think would be perfect if I did not have this particular powder, with the combination of these products, the powder that I have, and other concealers, I think these will work perfectly fine. Shade wise, formulation wise, I really like them. I really do. I like that this is kind of the dummy proof version of her vision cream, because your girl was a dummy when I tried to put that on my skin. It just didn't work out, and I like this. This actually felt like lightly cooling and just like refreshing on that part of my skin, even after this was really on there. And these both have kind of skincare benefits being toted in the information about the product. So I would love to see how my skin reacts to these long term, and also just short term, because I do have Project Pan products that I am really focusing on. But I would love to see kind of how things work out for me personally wearing these potentially long term, etc, etc. So I am really happy to have both of these products. These may be products that I actually get a lot of use out of next month. I do have a wedding that I am attending, and I haven't really figured out what makeup I'm going to bring with me, so that'll be interesting. The 2 cream cheek products, I actually really like this formula. I like it a lot. The bronzer, I will say, I like the shade, definitely. It's not very warm, so I do find personally for me, as I do love a really warm bronzer, I do find putting my really warm powder bronzer on top worked beautifully. But I really liked how this set down pretty much by the time I got to actually doing that, which is very unique and special with my collection, even with my huge collection of cream bronzers. As for this cream blush, I thought it was really nice. Honestly, so far, I've only tried it once, so far it is reminding me of a similar product to the Danessa Myricks Vision, her color stays, I think that's the name of them. The liquid products that she says are multi-purpose, I use them purely really only for cream blush, and I find that this has a very similar application, although it's a different kind of consistency. The only thing that is different is that this has more of a sheen to it, whereas hers dry down matte. So if you like a more powdery matte formulation, I would say go with that. Otherwise, I think this is a really nice formula so far. Like I said, I've only tried it once. I do want to, of course, try everything again. And as I said last month, I will be coming back and reviewing all of these kind of random products that I have tried out throughout the last 3 now get ready with me's new products at the sometime next month, which is what, April? Yeah, April, because we are in March now. Yes. What else? Love this Huda Beauty formulation. It's a really nicely moisturizing but also opaque formula. If there is a shade that I think I will get use out of in this range, then I will pick it up. Otherwise, I think I'm going to just continue to enjoy that product, enjoy what I have, and move forward. As for the KVD, it definitely had a slight learning curve just because of the shape of the actual product and the fact that this is not nearly as waxy as I've gotten used to, just because I've been really using right now the ABH brow pencil, though not in a bad thing. I think that my brows still came out really nice. I think I was able to figure out how to actually get this to work for my technique really quickly, literally on camera. You guys saw me open this up for the first time, astonished that it was an oval, and figure it out on the spot. So I don't think this takes a huge learning curve, but it is still just something to note if you don't feel like doing that, or if you don't really deal well with change when it comes to the shape of your brow products. I would not tell you to go with that. As for the mascara, I don't really, no. I will get my use out of this, I will, but I don't find that there's any real benefits for me to pay for such an expensive mascara. I don't really think that it builds or does anything unique to my eyelashes. I find that I get a better finish and all of that jazz from my ColourPop and my Essence mascaras. And then the last thing I believe that is new that I showcased today is the Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows, and I like them. I do. I think that they are extremely pigmented, which I truly do enjoy. I think even the shades that I put on my lid, although they're metallic and they're foil. They're nice. Let me stop being overly stupid critical. My one critique that I need to go back and kind of test out again is the fact that the shades are now muddy. Now, I'm not the best blender at all, but I don't feel as though I blended this black this high up, and I don't feel as though I combined that and the tealy shade enough that it now just looks like one big black blob right in that area. So I do want to rework with these shadows, try them again. Like I said, this is a first impression. I think this one is true to color on my eyes and it looks beautiful where it is, but I'm not necessarily liking how these two kind of combined in that lower crease and outer V area. So things to look forward to. I will definitely be reviewing these products when I do my next kind of palette roundup, so stay tuned for this to fully be reviewed during that. But all of the other products will definitely be reviewed, crossing my fingers, next month. As for the fragrance, it's still going strong. It's still smelling really good. So it's very promising that I will be picking this up. Very promising. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will be an update on my project pans. Alrighty guys, bye.